If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Taylor Swift is trending this morning. Her Eras Tour movie, the most successful concert film of all time, is going to be streamed on Disney Plus beginning March 15th. Now, she doesn't, her show is like 3 hours and 20 minutes every single night. That's how many, she does 44 songs, something like that. Now, the concert film is whittled down, I think, just under 3 hours, but that's a lot of Taylor Swift to sit through. It's a long movie. I don't know that I have the patience for that in a movie theater, but at home, you got 3 hours? You want to watch Tay-Tay do her thing? That might be right up your alley.
Would you break it up and come back to it the next day?
I think I have to.
I'd rather not.
Can you
I'd
do
rather,
that with a concert?
Yeah, I'd rather treat it as a concert and watch it all the way through. But if you had to, it wouldn't be a big deal. You could always come back to it, sure.
Yeah.
Man, I could rip it apart in 3 hours. I
watch-
could make so many jokes and craziness just to troll people. I should stream it.
You should live stream it. You reacting to the Eras Tour live on Instagram. That would be a
Yeah,
hit.
you think she would sue me, or whoever's got the rights to it would sue? No. If I'm streaming it on my little Instagram.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, probably.
Hey man, ain't no bad publicity.
Oh, well, that is true.
It can't be as good as when Kanye was at the LA Coliseum a couple years ago. That concert film that was on Amazon.
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It wasn't good.
So something Ace has in common with one of the most popular celebrities in Hollywood, maybe one of the most famous actors of all time. Here's a picture of Robert De Niro with his 10-month-old.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness to Ace, Robert De Niro's 80, and this is a 10-month-old.
Yeah.
Ace is nowhere close to 80.
Yeah.
But he does have about a 10-month-old
I have a
at home.
7-month-old,
A
yeah.
7-month-old at home. But look at that. I mean, does that look silly to you, Ace?
Of course it's silly. He's
It does?
80 years
Yeah, that
old
looks
having a
like-
baby. That's ridiculous.
That looks like a great grandfather with
Yeah.
a baby, which would work in the numbers.
Couldn't he technically be like a great grandfather to this child?
Is that 3 greats?
Maybe two greats.
Yeah,
Maybe a great. Yeah.
I understand. I get it when people laugh and make jokes, and I'm right at the edge of it just being ridiculous. And a lot of people do think it's ridiculous. I don't, but a lot of people do. Okay, fair enough. Were it not for my situation, I would think 55, you're too old to be having a kid. You shouldn't be having any more kids. But I have a little bit of a different situation.
Yeah, and it doesn't look silly. You know, this looks silly. An 80-year-old and a 10-month-old. Now, that looks silly when you're sharpening a pencil.
Yeah.
But you don't look silly with a baby. This is kind of wild. The Wildlife Photographer of the Year award just went to somebody named Nima Sarakani. This shows, this is the picture that won the award. It's a young polar bear sleeping on an iceberg. Look at that.
Look at his paws.
That's the most prestigious award you can win in wildlife photography. And it shows...
But they said he had camped out in that area, that location, for something like 18 years.
What? Who's got that kind of time?
Yeah, this guy's been waiting for a shot like this for forever. And I may be a little bit long on those years, but I think it's like 18 years that he's been going back there trying to get this shot.
Talk about dedication to your craft. That's amazing.
What I don't understand is how I guess with Photoshop and all that, he could take away the bloodstains on the iceberg where he had to kill him and drag him up there.
And put him in just the right position. They said...
Kidding.
They said his thought-provoking image is a stark reminder of the integral bond between an animal and its habitat and serves as a visual representation of the detrimental impacts of climate warming and habitat loss. So it is a small iceberg. That was probably the only iceberg that polar bear could find to fall asleep on.
Yeah.
He's swimming and swimming and swimming. He's like, I'm so
And
tired.
he's like, I need a break.
I need an iceberg. And
This will do.
Just going to put my head down
He's
and
so
rest for a little
cute,
bit.
though. Look at his paws.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And remember, the thing with bear attacks, if it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night. You're dead.
Yeah, polar bears are the most vicious.
You're dead.
You're dead. You're screwed.
That's why the Lord put them up there. Out away from everybody.
As Ace mentioned earlier, Toby Keith's still trending. Everybody's still paying tributes. Every musician, I feel like, has made an Instagram post about what Toby Keith meant to them.
Everyone except for the most famous musician in the world who wouldn't even be a famous musician if it weren't for Toby Keith. I haven't seen that Taylor Swift has said anything yet, right?
I haven't seen it either, and there people are really now beginning to say, you got to be kidding me that she hasn't said something yet. I still think, I don't know. I still think in this scenario, you got to give people a little bit of time. And I haven't seen all of them yet, but I would have assumed by now it would be everywhere once Taylor Swift made a statement about Toby Keith, who gave her first record deal.
Maybe she's waiting until after the funeral so she can actually dance on his grave.
Oh my God.
Some would say.
We're hammering that home. And if you were thinking about betting on the Super Bowl, a lot of people are. There are two people that say that's just a bad idea and it's not for them. That's Elon Musk and Mark Cuban. They said, we're not gambling on the Super Bowl. They were each reached out to independently by TMZ. Both of them said they've got plenty of other risky things going on in their lives. No need to gamble on the Super Bowl.
If you are gambling on the Super Bowl, some info that might help you. The Madden NFL prediction, Chiefs beat the 49ers 30-28. However, they've been wrong the last 3 years.
Okay.
So take that into account. And there's a guy on Reddit who claims he's picked the wrong Super Bowl winner 16 years in a row. This year he picked the Chiefs. So if you want to put your money on the 49ers, maybe that helps. I don't know.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And then shout out to all the Boy Scouts. Today is National Boy Scouts Day. So were you guys Boy Scouts?
No.
I was.
I was a Cub Scout for like maybe a year and a half, something like that, a couple years.
Couldn't hack it.
Just had other stuff going on.
Yeah.
I was busy, playing sports year round. I think my mom was like, hey, look, you're taking piano lessons. You're playing a sport every month of the year. We've got to cut something out.
Something's got to go.
Yeah. My dad signed up to be the co-chair of my Cub Scout group.
Yeah.
And he went to one meeting. And so then it became to my mom to take me all the time. She was like, never mind.
This is a bad idea.
I just hate selling stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't for you.
My dad showed up for that meeting.
And the uniforms they weren't.
A little dorky.
Yeah. Well, no, not dorky. They just didn't go with my style.
I see.
My dad showed up for that meeting in the Pinewood Derby where we raced the cars.
That's the greatest part about being a Boy Scout is doing the Pinewood Derby. That's so much fun. So shout out to the Boy Scouts. Those are a few things that are now trending.
All right, that OnlyFans mom that we had in the news last week because her son's Christian school didn't want her driving up into the drop-off line with her OnlyFans plastered across her back window. Well, she done messed around and found out.
Uh-oh.
We got an update. We'll tell you what it is next.
It's a radio show, it's a podcast, and it's a TV show. Watch the Ace and TJ Show anytime. Just search for Ace TJ TV on YouTube. More of the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is coming up.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help. Because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ Show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston.
Miss any part of today's show? Catch up anytime on the Ace and TJ Family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So last week we broke this story after the news channels and all in Florida reported it. We broke it. There's a mom whose kids go to a Christian school, and the school is called Liberty Christian Preparatory School. And she had gone to been on the news because they told her that she could not drop off her kids in the drop-off line with the other parents anymore because she had her OnlyFans logo and link and everything on the entire back window of her SUV. So she makes a big deal. I don't get it. Like she's just being persecuted or like she's being discriminated against and all of this stuff. Well, all they said was you can park across the street. Just don't bring that, smut advertisement into our parking lot where the kids can see it, the families can see it and all that. If you want to be trashy across the street. We don't own that property or run it. So you can go be trashy wherever you want to go, except for right here. All outside this parking lot belongs to you and your trashiness, but all inside this parking lot and back is ours. So, she goes on the news with it, makes a big deal. Then she doubles down, according to this story, and then puts another OnlyFans logo with her information and all on it across the back, tailgate part of her SUV, so all the way across the back. So it's up on the big window, and then down below, all across the painted part of her SUV. So now what happened?
They kicked your kids out of school.
Kids gone. Your family is not welcome here anymore. Kids are expelled. You can try to, get them back in school here next year if you want to, but, if that's what you're going to do, then, you messed around and found out.
You had to see that coming, though.
Yeah. Said that she obtained an even larger vinyl lettering scheme that covered the entire back of her vehicle's tailgate and mockingly posted a photo of the larger display on social media referencing the school's request that she remove it. Which, that's not surprising, is it? If she's doing the whole logo of OnlyFans on the family car anyway,
yeah.
You would think that she would do something like this, and she's just thinking it's more publicity for my OnlyFans. That's what she cares about.
Sure.
She doesn't care about the kids getting the best education at this, I'm sure, fine school. She cares about her OnlyFans and preverts sitting around looking at her naked, committing acts on herself.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But it's actually it's a law in Florida that you cannot provide minors with the means of accessing sexual content. So that's like, you can't go, like I wouldn't be able to go to the middle school and hand out business cards or go to a convenience store, and when the kids walk by, I go, hey, check out my wife's OnlyFans when you get home, and hand them the link to it, the address or whatever. So now, there they go.
How many kids were expelled?
Two sons.
And they're humiliated. And now when they go to the next school, everybody's going to know who they are, because they got to get back. They got to go to probably a public school now, and everybody's going to know.
Or she could homeschool them in lingerie.
Or she could homeschool, yeah.
She said that the decals link does not include explicit content and is a source of income for her family. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of.
But that doesn't matter because that doesn't matter. They're not arresting her.
Understood.
They just we don't want that trash.
Yeah.
In our school, and we're a private school, and at least for the next few minutes, America is still free for us to be able to tell you not to come back. And now, if they weren't in the state of Florida, who knows? They would probably, let's say they're in California, that school would have probably already been destroyed by now. They would have, the authorities, the jackboot thug authorities would have come in there and cleaned them out, shut them down.
It's crazy.
But it's Florida. You keep your trash out there. All right, Riggins has a big day today, and I want to see if he'll do something for us. But usually he's not big on this type of thing. He doesn't like a lot of attention on himself and stuff like that. But maybe we can talk him into doing something fun for us today. We'll find out next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want on the Ace and TJ Family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. You know, this one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, you know, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right. Cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies. Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today.
Available when you want, how you want, on the Ace and TJ Family app. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Go to the Ace and TJ store, get you some stuff. All kinds of fun things there that'll make you stand out in the crowd. acetj.com/store. So today, Riggins is going in for his regular checkup and cleaning at the dentist. Now, it's not really, that big of a deal. Like I said, everybody does this and all that. But we've been talking about Riggins going to the dentist, this week. And I don't know why until today I realized something that we do really need to make a big deal out of. Riggins, you're 37.
Yeah, 36.
36 in years.
Yeah.
And you've never, ever had a cavity.
Never.
That's great.
Yeah.
I've had so many cavities that, my mouth is full of artificial things. I got metal, I got white fillings, I got...
What?
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. No, it's not that bad. But I have had cavities.
Yeah.
So, what would you think about when you go to the dentist, when you pull up, do a little video for the social medias and say, all right, I'm going in to get my teeth cleaned and for my checkup. Because you said you always get nervous about having a cavity. Would that freak you out?
Yes, that would be terrifying.
So that means you've never had a filling. If you've never had a cavity, you've never had a filling. So you don't know what that's like. Oh,
is it bad?
Well, I mean, if you've never had it done, the first time you have it done, it's bad because they got a drill in there and
Yeah.
give you, numbing shots and all kinds of stuff.
Well, I did have my wisdom teeth taken out, so I've
Yeah.
had a couple of things done, but never again. Does it hurt?
Have you had to have some drilling done? If not, that's the thing that creeps a lot of people out there.
Because you can feel it, and you hear it inside your head.
I don't remember how they took out my wisdom teeth, but I'm sure.
Yeah, they
did.
wouldn't drill. They would just numb it and then either pull them or cut them out if they were underneath the gum line. But that's an oral surgery.
Yeah.
So make a little video saying I've never had a cavity and I'm going in, and then make one when you come out saying whether you had a cavity or not.
Little reveal.
I love it.
Yeah.
Little reveal.
And would you tell the truth if you came out and he said, Dennis just said my mouth got rotten in the last 6 months?
Yeah, no, I would lie either way.
He said, I was spitting yoo-hoo. So,
Yeah, I'll do that.
Because I know you don't like making videos of yourself for free.
I'm on TikTok like every day.
Yeah, I know. I was kidding.
Yeah, I will totally do that.
Okay.
But I'm.
Because then, if you do have a cavity, you're going to be devastated.
Can they fill it right then?
No, you'll have to probably set up an appointment. Well,
I'll
unless the
tell-
dentist,
I've had
unless
it
your
done.
dentist isn't that popular, and then you may want to set up an appointment with somebody else.
I had a small cavity once, and he said, I can do this right now. In less than an hour, you can be out of here. I said,
nice.
let's do it. And he did it there on the spot.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And I had one in the second grade, and this one was probably like 3 years ago. And he said, hey, this is a tiny thing. It's easy if I can do it right now. And I was like, okay, super. It took him like 30, 40 minutes. He did it.
I'll be
Yeah,
crushed.
I've never been to a dentist where they didn't have to set up a separate appointment for a cavity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that would be ideal if you could get that.
Yeah.
But then when you come out and you make a video of yourself, you're gonna be because your mouth is gonna be numb.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it feels a little weird when you're driving home.
Yeah, sugar melting in your mouth, dripping all over the place.
God.
Okay, well then that'll give us something to look forward to today, and people can root one way or
This
the
is
other.
the Ace and TJ Show.
I hope he's got one.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, there's something going on that people are doing for their dogs, and if you're not doing this, then you just must not care at all about your dog. You must hate your dog if you're not doing this. Tell you what it is next.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show. More next.
It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime. Thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/neogenics. Neogenics. Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culvers.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
The United States truly is a special place.
The land of the free.
A real melting pot of cultures from all over the world.
Where men, women, and children are given the opportunity to pursue their own little slice of life, liberty, and happiness.
And what better way to celebrate our rich history than with some sweet President's Day furniture deals?
Right now you can save up to $200 on select queen beds. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
From the Calitrin Studios, Calitrin is the safe and effective way to lose weight. Find out more about Calitrin at acetj.com/weight loss. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Look, I know a lot of people, you think that you care about your dogs and you love telling people how over the top you are with making sure your dog is pampered and whatnot. But I don't believe that unless you're doing what a lot of people now have started doing for their dogs. Like Riggins, you give your dog filtered water, right? Yeah. Out of a Brita pitcher or something like that. Well, unless you're taking your dog for Reiki sessions, then you're not a true pet parent.
Dog Reiki?
I'm going to tell you, yes.
Oh, there's pet Reiki, all kinds.
Yeah.
It's not just dogs.
This article, though, is about dogs. Now, Alexis, having a background in Reiki, how is it defined? Like, what if somebody's not, somebody works all the time, they don't keep up with the liberal type things that go around and the feel good, healings and all of that stuff. How would you tell them what Reiki is?
It's energy healing.
Energy healing, but how? I mean, what's the process, or how do they heal your energy?
Well, a lot of times if you've had any type of traumatic experience or any type of emotional distress, that energy stays stagnant in your body, and that can come out in physical ways, like you'll have illness, sickness, whatever, depression. Mm-hmm. So Reiki practitioner, they are able to move your energy around with their energy to be able to get that to get out of you.
Okay, so it's kind of like when a magician or an illusionist has the beautiful assistant up there, and she's lying on her back, and then he's waving his hands over her, not touching her, but then all of a sudden he raises her up off the table, and she's basically levitating. So it's kind of like that. They don't touch you or anything. They just, with the wave of their hands, absorb all of the bad energy out of your body. You. They do?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was part of it. Because when I saw, what's her name?
That wasn't Reiki.
Oh, it wasn't?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so this is a massage then.
It's a little bit of both, but there is some touching involved on just certain parts of your body. It's part of it.
How do they keep a dog still, though, like that long enough?
Well, I figure they knock them out, right?
No.
They don't. I couldn't think you
they
couldn't
don't
do.
Put, not with a fist or anything.
Give them a little biscuit.
But you couldn't do Reiki
a biscuit with a tranquilizer in it?
You couldn't do Reiki with the dog sedated, could you?
I don't know.
You could do Reiki. It's just laying on the floor, laying down. You could just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how would you know whether the energy has come out?
Oh, you can feel it. You can feel it when it's leaving.
A dog can't tell you. Dog can't tell you.
No, but you'll know as the person that's doing it.
Oh, so because you get the energy and then you have to get rid of it some other way.
Yeah, you
like
feel
at the
it.
energy recycling place. Mm-hmm. You go down and turn in your bad energy, and
that's why you sage and you do all those other things while you're doing Reiki.
All right. Well,
so
glad
there
to
you
know.
go.
I'm glad to know.
Exactly.
Because before this little discussion, I thought it was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Okay. Ace, you better get that Toby dog down there and Riggins.
That's what I've been sitting here running through in my mind. He would never lay still long enough for that.
They ought to go. Why don't they volunteer to go to shelters and stuff? Those dogs got bad energy.
They do it.
They do?
Yeah. There's a whole lot of in the Reiki world that you guys obviously don't know. So
right, I know.
No kidding. No doubt about that.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Reiki is not trending this morning, but there are a lot of things that are, and we'll cover them all coming up in Now Trending.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it on the Ace and TJ family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.